Okay. I think one of these before and just rambled and decided not to post it. Let me see if I can think of something to say. I had some work done today. I think that was after I posted whatever at like 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Um, Painstaking. It's simplistic. And it takes 4 times as long, if not more. In fact, it does take more than 4 times as long. Um, I've noticed it is harder is keeping things in mind as I reason. It's very hard. Um, Draw claims that'll get easier. It says the withdrawal piece at between days 3 and 10. For me, it was day 5. Um, According to it, the first 2 weeks, the brain is basically recalibrating, whatever the hell that involves, and then it starts the precursor to upregulating the dopamine receptors again. The entire process takes 3 months. I have 7 weeks before I get another bottle of Adderall. 6 more. Um, so whatever healing has been done will have been done, and the rest will have to take place under the influence, which means I'll probably go like 20% fast. I don't know exactly. um, Nothing to say. I'm nervous about the doctor's appointment, but we'll right through it. It won't be an issue. Um, I found out that B6 helps with the shaky legs, pacing, etc. High quantities, like 1,200 milligrams a day. So it's a $25 a week or $25 a month B6 tablet I picked up for the month of June. Maybe it'll fade. I hope it does. If I remember right, it does. Um, Without my legs shaking and wisdom to do that, because I think that's how they tell with your eyes. That I think that he doesn't want to write me up for it. Um, he wants to give it to me, so he knows I did it. He knows this is a slip. He knows I'll do it again. Um, if only she had put 180 pills in that bottle. Oh, God, how different things could have been. But it doesn't work out in a horrible way because in December my mind was just popping. On my first attempt to stretch out a bottle all the way, I fell short by 3 days. That was with 3 days extras, and I came damn close, and I would have made it if my brother was here, and I had to be awake when he was here. My sleep schedule was shot to hell because of what I was doing. So extra here and there, and there and there. And then also I took, I think, 3 extras also for, um, because of depression. Um, and then the others are just precluding misery, having wear off it. 11 at night and not be able to get another one till 7 a.m. and say, no, fuck it, not tonight. I'm not going to bed till 4 a.m. That sort of stuff. And so I'm going to start off at a lower dose this time instead of just popping the whole dose in my mouth. Start off at less than a half dose, a quarter dose the first day, half dose for a week afterwards. I figure that's the right number. Whoa, deja vu. Um, uh, I haven't done this before. Actually, I haven't done this since maybe December or January. Yeah, I think the half dose is the number per week, and then really probably two, and then I'll go to full dose in the morning and see if I have trouble sleeping. Um, so, in the misery of February to March, the first bottle I got to hook for a month is that I gotta tell you, um, it was a horrible month. Probably the worst month of my life. Um, so I'm looking forward to doing it the right way this time. Which includes enough about that. So, the one neat thing I found out is apparently the overeating, and I've only put on 2 pounds so far. Uh, the overeating can be attributed to will end at the 10-day mark, about, and after midnight it's day 8. So I wake up, it'll be day 8. So only 3 more days, and I won't worry about overeating anymore as much. I don't have the natural appetite suppressant effects, but natural can really synthesize that. It doesn't occur in nature. God. So, I was to say, my brother wrote me tonight. He says the car part is coming between the 3rd and the 6th, and it'll come a few days after that. I told him to put it off a whole week until after I could see my doctor. This we got to take the car in and get inspected after he fixes the door, and I get inspected beforehand to find out what they want done with the damn thing. Um, it's coming between the 1st and the 3rd. Oh well, he won't mind waiting until a week from Wednesday. Um, Surprised in such a hurry. They said he comes sometime in June or July, and here it was the fucking 5th. I guess he misses me. He's just exceptionally bored. Needs to change of scenery. Um, I promised him, and I will follow through because I need to anyway. It was a good idea on his part. So while you're looking for a job, why don't you work for Uber? You can work 40 hours a month. You can work 5 hours a month. Um, and so, um, yeah, I think it sounds like a great idea. It just, little, maybe 60 hours a month to start out with, twice a week, it's, then once a week, then twice a week, then once a week. Um, 10 hours a pop. I think that's 6 hours. Yeah. Yeah. So, I'll just cook it on for 5 hours one night until I can take care of it, until I can do without stressing out. First night's gonna be the hardest, right? Second night might be the hardest. Um, okay. Um, but yeah, I was an impression that these folks sat in parking lots and stuff. They said, no, you live in a heavily populated area, yeah, not at the center of town, but it's close enough. You just sit from home. So, uh, get my hair done. I don't want to see my hairstyle, so I think I brought this up without it's for the best. It's turned into an expensive week. Can afford it for another week or two, especially now with the inspection of the Uber. I don't pay for the second inspection, and the Uber's gonna be $50 both ways, probably. And that was about as interesting as the previous one. Um, so after I start getting some money, what we had to do, I think I'll just be able to bear the expenses better without depriving myself so bad. I read online that Uber drivers average $20 an hour, so it just 10 hours. I can't do a 10-hour slot in one day. What the fuck am I thinking? Of course, it's gonna be 5 hours in the evening. So it's 15, 30 hours a month. Um, 24 hours a month, 24 hours spots to start out with. 4 hours the first week, whatever. Let's see what works. So they make $20 an hour. Taxes involved, of course. Um, I could do this if I had uh, 12, 24 hours. It's 240 times 2, 480 hours a month, which is something. I can work more if I want. It's actually sad enough that it represents about a 50% increase in my allowance. So, and then I probably got to pay $100 in gas to make that money. Maybe it's $20 after gas. I forget. I still know. Um, Maybe motivation to keep a clean car. Unfortunately, it is clean. There's some stuff in there that needs to be gotten up. It's all like used mail. There's some ooze in the cup holder that will take a little bit of work. Maybe not that much. The coffee cup, it's about evaporated into sludge in the bottom, disintegrated out. Um, Other than that, so what else? That's about it. Um, I don't know what's happening with my weight. I'm really scared up around like 10, 20 pounds. Won't fit my pants anymore if I do. Um, I'll go for walks, things like that. The stretch comfort panels are not maxed out, but they're snug. I'm at the point where I have lines in my waist, so I take them off at night. But, yeah. But well, most people probably don't get their animal groceries from Amazon. You're missing out if you don't. They have fucking everything. Everything except like fresh meat. You can get that from Whole Foods for it's some ridiculous delivery charge. But if you have Prime and you can get it fresh, which is like $10 under Prime, you can get anything overnight. The problem is each bag comes with frozen bottles of water to keep things cold. You have to pick a 4 hour delivery window, 2 hour with fresh to make sure you're there to get it and put in the freezer, refrigerator, what have you. And he comes with these little water bottles. What do you do with them? You gotta drink them, right? And they're not filtered water. They're not bottled water. They're purified water, so they don't taste wonderful. And of course, you don't load them in the refrigerator. You just toss them in a pile and haphazardly drink them as you walk around. So I drank all my Amazon water for the week. Gronk seems to believe, and I think it's completely fucking insane, that after my brain heals without Adderall, I can meet the 3 month goal for completing the IT rewrite. Note there's less than a month left. In the first 2 weeks, I was working less than 2 hours a day because I was so unmotivated and because the Adderall just wasn't hitting me like December. It just wasn't. Um, Maybe it was the leftover sludge from getting back on the anxiety medicine. I don't know what it was, but it was not working well. Mm, gosh. I think I took 2 days off after getting back on the anxiety medicine before sitting down and starting. So yeah, it's just it was just odd. I'd stay up 16 hours, I'd go to bed, I'd wake up and just be bolt right awake. It wasn't the speed, I was completely used to the speed. Full tolerance, bolt right awake, and then back for 4 hours. And so your sleep cycle is resetting and so what the fuck is that? What does it mean? What's the doctor you need one night? Of course, I didn't ask it to clarify, but they probably could down to a neurochemical level. So anyway, I guess that's it. That's 20 minutes. It's more water and take some aspirin. And that'll help. Take some ibuprofen instead. Tomorrow night, they empty the dumpsters, I guess, early this morning or maybe Sunday because the front one's full. I had to take out the stuff on the patio. My brother lives in December and says, "So what are we gonna do with this?" I said, "I don't worry about it. I got that." I said, "Oh, thanks. That's good. Yeah." It's still fucking sitting out there. It's like a screen door and some pieces of countertop that he didn't use that are cut out or something like that. I haul it down to the dumpster. The screen door, thankfully, I can carry, of course. It's not a storm door, but it's solid metal on the bottom with the hinge and everything. So those patio sliding doors are just the metal outline with the screen frame. Yeah, and the rest left in my car. If I do anything for my car, Amazon. Yeah, yeah. Mm.